My TikTok feed has been showing me a lot of videos about how anti-parasitic drugs like ivermectin um, can be used to treat cancer, and it seemed like a really bold statement, right? And one of the things that I like to do, especially when I read something like that, I kind of want to believe it, right? But I want to get more data on it. And part of the problem is most people take information like that and they process it through their feelings rather than taking the time to do any sort of research on it. They want it to be true. Um, just like I want it to be true. I want something as easy as, parasitic drug, anti-parasitic drug, to cure cancer. So I want to know if there's any, validity to that claim. Um, and part of the problem that we have is that most scientific papers, where people can actually go and do their own research, they're locked behind an academic paywall. The information's not available publicly. Um, and if you go to a school and and you have an account set up, you can usually gain access to these for research, right? So students have this access in order to write research papers. But again, that's not available for everybody. So it's not even so even if you wanted the time, take the time to do research, you're just not going to have access to it. But one thing that I found out is that the government, federal government in the United States, um, because they fund a lot of these studies, scientific research that is, um, they curate a lot of that information, and what they'll do is they'll take different studies to help answer some questions that might help solve some public problems. And you can search for items using Google. And one thing about Google is as you all know, there's a lot of garbage out there, a lot of mommy blogs that are claiming, spewing quote scientific fact, home remedies, etc. Um, but I want something a little bit more substantial. And so what I do, this is what I do. I'll just show you. Go to Google, type in ivermectin, and then we're going to use the Google search operator and cancer. So I only wanted to tell me articles that have both of these, relations in it. Then then I want to kind of narrow it down a little bit. I want to narrow it down to government sites. And so what I'm going to do is type in site colon. I'm going to use this wild uh, card, this asterisk right here, .gov. So this is just going to show me all the websites that are in the .gov domain related to ivermectin and cancer. And when I press enter, you can see there's a number of articles here. So this one says ivermectin, a potential anti-cancer drug, and that's dated 2021. I don't know if you can see that there. And then there's another article that says outcome of ivermectin in cancer treatment 2023. So I'm going to go with that one. I'm curious about that one. And then what I can do is I can just go down here through this National Library of Medicine and read up on it. What they'll do is they'll take different studies, put them together in order to try to answer a question. Now, I do want to just a little disclaimer here that I don't believe that science has all the knowledge now, and science is often proven wrong, as it should, right? And that's because scientists are fully aware, as long as they're doing, the following the scientific process, they're fully aware that they're taking baby steps towards the truth, and that what they believe to be true today could be false tomorrow. Um, but I like to read this information, make it more of an informed opinion, or quote better opinion, right? Um, but you got to take some of these things with a grain of salt because maybe we don't have all the information, maybe we misinterpreted it. But this should help you to kind of whittle down through the garbage. You don't have to this isn't just about ivermectin and cancer. This could be just about anything. So if you next time you hear of, scientists have figured out or have solved, or somebody makes a bold health claim, you can actually go to Google, use some of these search operators to kind of narrow down, the garbage. But anyway, I hope you find this valuable.